Hello, everyone. Um, I've been banned from playing Valorant for a little bit. Um, so instead of doing something good with my time, like spending time with my family, doing something I actually love rather than just this game, I don't know, going on a run, getting healthy, lifting, engaging with friends. No, we're gonna spend it doing more Valorant. I'm not kidding. Now, I don't have time in my day to watch all of these games of Valorant, to analyze them, do all that shit. No, thank you. That's not for me. So we're just gonna take run it back .gg's information because this company's dying. Not kidding. They're trying to sell it for like 7 figures. We're gonna take it from them and we're gonna analyze how Sentinels, even though they're playing the same agents, okay? They're playing the same agents. How they play them differently. Okay, so it's the same comps, it's the same agents, it's the same map, same tournament. Okay, split one, MSI split two. Except for Nitro. We're not. I don't know why he's on this graph. We're not talking about him. Same agents, same comps. What did I say? Oh, and they play them so differently from each other. What we're trying to get at is how can I use my utility better, and that's it. What is targeted utility, right? Those two things is what we're going to talk about today. Well, right after I take a drink of water, stay hydrated. Okay, we're going to start from top to bottom, starting with Adder. Now, I know that's not a Killjoy. That's a deadlock. But we got to adapt to the meta sometimes, guys. You got to adapt. Now, what are we noticing? Look at the red dots. We see Tree, we see Dice for some reason. Some in CT, some in B main. But there's a big cluster. There's a big cluster, kind of in stairs, I guess, kinda, coming out of the CT smoke. Excuse me. Some popping out of market. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's just sitting on the market stairs. Cool. Getting ready to, like, stop an exec. Where do we notice most of the red dots? Ooh, they're in switching button and, like, lane. And interesting. What does that mean for us? Well, targeted utility, baby. This is the one guy I would recommend throwing the KO knife to switch or button or lane, whatever. You know the one I'm talking about, the one close from B main. You throw at the beginning of the round through the slit in the window. Throw that knife versus Adder. You'll hit him every time. Maybe couple it with a Sova drone. You're gonna hit him most of the time. Now, I'd recommend, of course, mollying CT, maybe watching the market door in case he comes out swinging on the right like a madman. But generally, considering his player positions in the first 20, 30 seconds of the round, this is where he's going to be in his first few seconds. So if you're looking to B mains exec against Deadlock, against Adder, you're going to want to throw your utility there. Okay? Target and utility. On the flip side, we see a Proto. A Proto only has Cypher here. Again, I know this isn't Killjoy. Just put up with it. There's not that many Killjoys. We don't play Ascent that much because it's boring. Anyways, what do we notice? So he has no dots on B. He has a lot of dots in CT, and he has a lot of dots on B, Heaven, Dice. He has dots on A, and then dots in CTs. Clearly, whoever a Proto's team is, they don't like Ascent. I don't like Ascent either. Um, but how would we counter them if we were to play against a Proto? Well, likely we're going to go B a lot. Clearly, we're not setting up on B. As Cypher, I mean, you can check that against other Cyphers on this map. Pretty much like Thief, the Nitro dots, you're only gonna see him on A. Okay. Why does he have dots in spawn? Well, despite what some might think, maybe he's rotating. No, he's trying to dodge the KO ult. So, if we're gonna be playing against a Proto, target your utility, or just this pretty much goes for ciphers in general. But go B more. Maybe look for some more mid plays, because he's not gonna have that tripwire for mid. Because they're just gonna be doubled up on site. Instead, when you get your KO ult, go through tree because he's in spawn, and that way you can counter the Cypher ult or the Cypher utility with your KO ult instead of it being out of range for no reason. Hooray! Moving on, we got Dapper, Sentinel, main on OXG, and a Sentinel main on the Masters winning Sentinels. You can see how he's a Masters winner. Look how spread out these dots are. You can tell just from these dots that this guy, he likes his multi-kills. He likes to spam through smokes. He likes to spread out. And it's kind of hard to do targeted utility against him. However, if you look at Dapper's chart separately, you will notice a lot more dots in CT, or in stairs, sorry. Excuse me. Not in CT. Don't molly CT. Molly stairs. Throw your KO knife in throw your KO knife market. If he's not scanned, he's on CT or site. Molly stairs and then fight site with like a KO flash, support flash, whatever. And boom. That's how you counter Dapper. He's probably market or top mid or bottom mid, whatever. So just knife market. Boom, there's your targeted utility. This is something you would probably only do against him. Just throwing your knife market. And Nitro. I mean, we're not going to talk about Nitro. It's pretty similar to Dapper. He just plays lane more than Dapper. But this guy is just retired, so okay. Cool. Moving on. Jerk! I love looking at Jerk's dots. Because they make no sense. Why is this guy B main so often in the first 20 seconds of the round? How do you beat an aggressive player like this? This is the one time, instead of using targeted utility, targeted strats, right? I don't know what team Jerk's on, but if whatever team he's on, clearly you should be defaulting more, okay? Let me get my mouse out here. Probably want to play more in CT, doing like 2-2-1 defaults, stuff like that, so you can pinch him. If you don't see him come out in those first 20 seconds, well, where is he? You don't really know. I mean, you're gonna have to use more utility than that. But it's most likely he's tree, setting up for a retake or something. But if he's not setting up for retakes, and you can kind of tell by what ultimates you have, he's probably CT or stairs. So you have a good idea of where he is if you don't see him in the first 20 seconds, which isn't something you can say for many players. Only like him and like Apoth. Who's next? Precision! Another case of targeted utility that we can use. Precision is like one of the only players that isn't Jerk that really likes their B main to fight for B main. Why is this important? Um, I forgot why this is important. Oh yeah, you can pull rotations pretty quick. I don't know why this guy's in CT a lot. Probably because he's rotating off to A. He has a lot of A dots. He really likes A. This guy or his team, I'm assuming they fall for rotations quicker than other teams. because why would else would these dots be in CT? This guy's clearly rotating a lot faster than other players, because he just has dots and spawned for no reason as Killjoy, even though he should be anchoring site. He's playing Heaven a lot and Tree a lot. I wouldn't play on site, but as Killjoy, but still. How do you counter this? Well, you're probably gonna want to drone um, B main, maybe throw the B main flash, break his Killjoy stuff, his Killjoy utility early, because it's much easier to access than other teams who might put their util more deep. You can run a lot of fakes versus this team. Clearly, they fall if it rotates pretty quick if their Killjoys and spawn so early. So if you break utility this quickly, maybe they might, you can maybe run more fakes versus this team, is what I'm getting at. That's just what I see from the dots. Obviously, that might not be true, but again, targeted utility tells me probably emphasize more on B main. And then if he's not in B main, you can throw more util CT because, well, he likes to spam through smoke CT. Thief. Thief, 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 thief. Thief. I should put timestamps. I don't want to watch this video back. I would put timestamps on this, but I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. Thief. Where is he? Oh, yes. He's Maroon. So, Maroon really likes not playing this map. There's not many Maroon dots, but where there are Maroon dots, there is B main. So, again, like Precision, except he doesn't like to rotate as fast, clearly. Make sure you're clearing this guy out. He has a big cluster in B main. Just break his early util. Just default more. Don't usually rush him. He's got like some stupid Sova trap. Just make sure you clear out all this utility, and you should be good. Make sure you clear him out of these angles, because he just keeps going back to B main. But again, it's kind of hard to say because, well, he's not always playing Killjoy. Sometimes he's playing Cypher. Cypher, he doesn't really back up into CT spawn. There's not a throw up color dot in spawn that I can see. What tells me is when he's playing Cypher, he doesn't dodge KO ults, which is weird. He looks like he just plays Gen and Dice and Hell, and he just has no concern for KO ults, which is weird. And like trying to retake or have his team do it for him, like a Proto does. So that's weird. Lastly, we have Exif. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, so we're just going to call him by his government name. Damien has a really good spread. I actually pulled up a separate PNG because it was kind of hard to see at this point because both of his dots are white. So we got a better spread, or we get a better representation. Speaking of better spread, this is probably the best spread that I could find. Out of any of these players, this guy is the most spread out of any of the Sentinels. Now obviously his Cypher could use a little work. I don't know why this guy isn't playing A at all. I'm assuming that's because the times he's playing A, he's playing in CT. That's just my hunch. Um, or maybe he's just playing Killjoy more, and he just didn't play that much Cypher. And then he just didn't go A, but that's still a little weird to me. Maybe go A more, but in terms of Killjoy, this is a really good spread because, well, look, he's in tiles. I don't know how he's in tiles. It doesn't matter. B main, he's in a lot. Fighting for B main up close and far. He's in logs a few times. He has a few off angles. Lane, he's on site. He's in boathouse. He's on the switch. He's in stairs. He's in CT spamming. He's in market. He's fighting for bottom mid. Not really, but he's in cat doing it sometimes. He's in tree. He's on A site. He's in front of A site. He's in heaven. This is the best spread of any player. There's not a very good way to counter him because, or throw targeted utility at him because, well, he's all over the map. These guys must be good at Ascent, right? We're gonna ignore that game. Unfortunate for them. We are going to conclude this video. That's what we're gonna do. What did we get from this? Well, I hope some of you learned how to you can use data to extrapolate information like this, um, and like how you can even without, let's say your analysis homework is due at 11:59, you have to watch all these VODs. Your boss is getting very mad at you because you're not doing your work. It's fine. Just make something up off this data. Um, I'm kidding. I hope you guys learned about targeted utility and how you can start throwing utility more effectively, because it really annoys me when people just throw util for no reason. They just throw it out the window and they have nothing for post plant, or they throw it and it just now I know it just doesn't do anything. And you might say, oh, but knowing someone's not here tells them where they are. Yeah, but if I know where they are, it's much better than knowing they're not there, okay? Another thing to point out, I think it's really beautiful how, despite playing with the same comps, the same teams, same players, same map, whatever, same everything, just the different individuals, they play so differently. Look at how Jerk plays versus Dapper versus Proto versus Nitro versus Precision Thief, whatever. They all play differently, and it's beautiful. Um, I if you're looking to adapt or adopt one player, just know one size does not fit all. There are many ways to play this game, and that's beautiful. With that being said, I hope you learned something, and I think my ban has been lifted. It's been 17 minutes. It has. I'm free. I don't have to do this anymore. Goodbye.